If you own a for-profit company, there's a tax benefit you may not know about that can save you some money. Tom Busch is president and owner of the ProfitPoint Group of Cumberland and joins us this morning to talk about this. It's a state law.
As a matter of fact, it is. It's been on the books since about 1996-97.
And what's it called?
It's called the Rhode Island Job Training Tax Credit, Frank.
Okay, and what's it all about?
Well, it's essentially this, that any for-profit business who trains their staff or employees is eligible to take advantage of a credit worth up to $5,000 per employee over 3 years.
And you're suggesting, I think, the program's not used very much.
No, not really at all. There's probably some 30,000 businesses in the state, Frank, that could be eligible, and on average, probably less than 100 take advantage of it every year.
So you consult with these businesses of this size in your company, correct?
Yes, we do.
And why isn't it used by more companies based on what they've said to you?
Well, most of the time, it's one of two or three things, and that is, one, they don't know about it. Number one, it's not well publicized by the state. Number two, they think it's difficult, and it actually can be difficult to administer the program with the application and the filing and really tracking all the training that can take place in a company.
Yeah, now your company has designed something called a track tax service that helps in this area?
Yes, that's right, Frank. We started back in '98 with this, and what we'll do is handle, it's really a turnkey service. We'll handle everything from the application to the filing of the tax credit to the tracking of all of the training and the tax document at the end of the year.
Now, this is the job training tax credit, and why don't we specify the difference between a tax credit and a tax deduction?
Yes, they're very different, Frank. A deduction isn't worth nearly as much as a tax credit. For example, if someone was going to be having a deduction worth on a $2,000 expense, the deduction is really only worth whatever their tax bracket is. For example, a 15% tax credit bracket really only equates to a $300 tax benefit. But a $2,000 tax credit is worth $2,000 right off your taxes.
All right. Now, a lot of companies, I take it, could benefit from this. Any estimate of how many?
Well, there's thousands of companies. It's for-profit companies that are eligible, so not-for-profit companies cannot. They have to have a tax liability as well. So if they have other programs in place that reduce or eliminate the state tax liability, then they wouldn't be eligible also.
Well, we thank you for sending up this advisory this morning, because I think we've opened the eyes of some small business owners here. Tom Busch, president, owner of the ProfitPoint Group Incorporated of Cumberland. Thank you for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you, Frank.
That's our business report.